overstate how amazing this is. So, to demonstrate why this is so amazing, here are two reasons. Reason number one is that with this, we can finally take out our digital wrench and tinker with it. For instance, we can now adjust the internal parameters in a way that we cannot do with the closed solutions like DALL-E 2 and Imagen. So now, let's have a look together at 10 absolutely amazing examples of what it can do, and after that, I'll tell you about reason number 2 of how it gets even better. 1. Dreaming. Since the internal parameters are now exposed, we can add small changes to them and create a bunch of outputs that are similar, and then finally stitch these images together as a video. This is so much better for exploring ideas. Just imagine that sometimes you get an image that is almost what you are looking for, but the framing or the shape of the doggy is not exactly perfect. Well, you won't need to throw out these almost perfect solutions anymore. Look at that! We can make the perfect good boy so much easier. I absolutely love it. Wow! 2. Interpolation. Now, hold on to your papers, because we can even create a beautiful visual novel like this one by entering a bunch of prompts like the ones you see here, and we don't go from just one image to the next one in one jarring jump, but instead these images can now be morphed into the next one, creating these amazing transitions. By the way, the links to all these materials are available in the video description, including a link to the full version of the video that you see here. 3. Its fantasy imagery are truly something else. Whether you are looking for landscapes, I was quite surprised by how competent Stable Diffusion is at creating those. These tree houses are amazing too, but that's not when I fell off the chair. I fell off the chair when I saw these realistic fairy princesses. I did not expect it to be able to create such amazingly realistic humans. How cool is that? 4. We can also create a collage. Here we can take a canvas, enter several prompts, and select a range for each of them. Now the issue is that there is space between the images, and there is another problem. Even if there is no space between them, they won't blend into each other. No matter, Stable Diffusion can also perform image inpainting, which means that we select a region, delete it, and it will be filled in with information based on its surroundings. And the results are spectacular. We don't get many separate images, we get one coherent image instead. 5. You know what? Let's look at a few more fantasy examples. Here are some of my favorites. 6. Now these are diffusion-based models, which means that they start out from a bunch of noise and slowly adjust the pixels of this image to resemble the input text prompt a little more. Hence, they are very sensitive to the initial noise patterns that we start out from. Andrei Karpathy found an amazing way to take advantage of this property by adjusting the noise, but just a tiny bit, and create many new, similar images. When stitched together, it results in a hypnotic video like this one. Random noise walks, if you will. Loving it. It can generate not only images, but with a little additional work, even animations. Look, you are going to love this one. This was made by creating the same image with the eyes open and closed, and with the additional work of blending them together, it looks like this. Once again, the links to all of these works are available in the video description if you wish to have a closer look at the process. 8. You remember that it can create fantastic portraits and it can interpolate between them. Now, putting it all together, it can create portraits and interpolate between them, creating these sometimes smooth, sometimes a little jumpy videos. And don't forget, 9. Variant generation is still possible. We can still give it an input image, and since it understands what this image depicts, it can also repaint it in different variations. And finally, 10. The fact that these amazing images come out of Stable Diffusion does not mean that we have to use them in their entirety. If there is just one part of an image that we like, be it the knight on a horse or the castle, that is more than enough. We can discard the rest of the image and just use the parts that we love best and make an awesome montage out of it. Now we discussed